Hello, and welcome to Dungeon Siege 3, and this will be the second part 2, call it whatever you want. In the previous part, we got the background information and story thing for this particular game, character, whatever, and then we arrived at the Legion chapter house, and we've been tasked to go to a small village thing. You can see we have our quests here. We have 2 quests. Also suggested that you start your research in nearby town of Ravensville. Talk to the people at Ravensville, of Ravensville, whatever. They may know where you'll find Lasar. Okay, cool. But before we do that, let's see if there's any loot around here. There could be. I'm not so dumb, Claymore of Rage. Any other loots? Islets of Vitality. As I mentioned in the previous part, I will probably pronounce these item names wrong, but let us see what the rage thing do. 10 attack. Yeah, let's get that. He's an angry dude, so come on, please. Hey, let's Vitality, Stamina and Block. Because I don't know the full extent of this game's difficulty, I will likely be going for a defensive kind of nature. Maybe it's overkill, I don't know. But I would rather be safe than sorry. I've played enough of this game to know that certain parts of it can be a bit spicy in difficulty. Hey, that looks spiffy. Can I go in there? I can, found it. And the power sphere. Power spheres can be unlocked by completing key points of the game. So the power spheres by using special abilities, blocking or taking damage. Okay. You can spell the full blah blah blah, make a power attack to empower your attack, hold right trigger and press A. Okay, welcome to controllers on consoles with wonky donkey combinations of control presses. Of all the desert peoples, the Lascani are best known to the kingdom of Ebb. They are wandering race driven from their ancestral homeland centuries ago. In the intervening years, they have spread across the Aranoi Desert and its surrounding nations, earning coin as itinerant peddlers, storytellers, and mercenaries. Skansi are a Mongol people intentionally mixing their bloodline with as many other tribes and clans as they can. Their women are known to seduce the most attractive and intelligent foreign men, hoping to enrich the bloodline of their people. They also borrow freely from the customs, clothing, and technologies of other cultures. It is believed that the Skani blood flows in the veins of most commoners throughout the Rukenval. Most Skansi worship a pair of deities called the Dark Sister and the Faithful Hound. These 2 entities has many proper names, but the recurring image of a darkly beautiful woman and her devoted mastiff is common across all the clans. Intriguing. In ancient days, Legion mages built the causeways to allow quick passage from one part of the kingdom to another. Though all legionnaires are permitted to enter the causeways, only a few are granted the ability to open and close the gates. Even fewer know how to construct them. The art of fabricating causeways is thought to have originated in the Empire's stars. By the time of the Empire's fall, each of the Imperial legions had its own complicated network of causeways, which they used to their advantage during the terrible War of Legions. Entire armies would move from one side of the Empire to another in the space of a night, and it was impossible to predict where the next battle might occur. This led to absolute chaos and ultimately to the dissolution of the Empire. The 10th Legion may originally have withdrawn to Ebb because this kingdom was, at the time, a backwater and no enemy causeways extended so far from the Imperial heartland. The causeways pass through another world, though its name is long forgotten. Nor does anyone remember how the world was first discovered or what relationship it may have to our own. Cool. So that sounds like a portal kind of thing, waypoint thing even. Oh, that looks spiffy. Appears to be an old Legion causeway, whatever magic is not. It once possessed is either gone or dormant. My money is on dormant. I would be surprised if that is not being activated at one point or another. So, south of the Green Range lies a thickly forested valley. Royal cartographers refer to this region as the Rokenval, an archaic Rusk word meaning a vale of ravens. Anyone wishing to enter or leave Earth by land must pass through the Rokenval. It remains the most sparsely populated part of the kingdom. The forest is ancient and brooding, and is still gripped by the ancient forces of nature. Its people are simple, superstitious folk, more willing to trust in pagan magics than the distant promises of the Ashenite Church. The Rokenval's name arose from the flocks of ravens that once blackened its skies. Birds are few in number now, but can still be seen with regularity. Only one settlement of note can be found here, and that is the village of Ravensville. It lies along a clear mountain stream, the only safe source of water in the valley from which the village took its name. Ah, that's cool. Our Legion was founded in the Empire of Stars nearly 1400 years ago, on the far side of the Illinois Desert. At the time, the Empire was racked by civil war. The Emperor had been murdered, and the commander of the Third Legion had usurped the throne, while the heartland was ravaged by goblins and barbarians. Three friends were encamped upon the barren plain of Tears when they shared a vision of a radiant child with golden hair and piercing eyes. He told them to go forth and gather a company of heroes from all the nations and tribes of the Empire, and they would know the worth of each hero by a simple test. Any man or woman who shared their vision of the radiant youth would be admitted to their fellowship, while those who did not see the child would be turned aside. And when the founders assembled their host, they numbered more than 1,000, and they rode against the usurpers of the Third Legion and drove them from the Imperial City. Thus was the 10th Legion born. Oh. More story. Huh? Okay. What's in here? Nothing spiffy? I am disappointed. Road Sword of Resolve, that sounds somewhat spiffy. Resolve. One attack for 2 will. That could be a worthy trade-off. Don't know. I don't want to talk to you guys right now. This book was written by a scribe called Grigori, and it describes prominent features of the Rokenval. Odo left it open to a particular page. Ancient forest known as the Mournfield has always been a strange and unpredictable place. Local people believe that the Mournfield has a consciousness, an awareness of its own. Few have ever entered the forest. Barriers of thorns and roots have kept them out. There are only rumors and half-remembered stories to tell us of the forest's interior, but it seems to be different for every person who ventures inside. Some stories tell of a trackless primeval wood, a relic from the time of greater gods at the dawn of the world. The heart of the Mournfield even is the great tree, where the Legion is said to have made their last stand. It's only been seen by a rare few who seem to have been invited inside. They speak of great rifts in the ground caused by bridges, sometimes natural, sometimes man-made, as if the forest is guiding them to its heart. The path is not always there when they try to retrace their steps, and many who have entered the forest has never come out again. Sounds like a funky little place. I don't know why I've decided to do all the lore, but I have. And I will allow myself to save again. So I will likely not carry on doing the lore stuff, but let's head out. Pilgrim's Road. The way up to the village is going to be peaceful, isn't it? Alright, trigger and press A. Right, trigger, he said. That's a power attack, by the way. And of course we had the... Oh, of course, yeah. The power sphere down there indicates our ability to use our special defensive ability. So, since that's been told, we can do it. Cool it, mate. Oh, you died. So did you. Nothing else here? What a shame. The combat seems relatively simple so far, but see how it goes. Oh, an item. Hey. Stop doing that. Now we have lifesteal, hooray! You picked up an item that your character cannot equip. Okay, so that could indicate that either we can sell this stuff or we will run into other characters who can potentially use them. I think it's a combination of the two. No, nothing here. Yeah. Let's go to our spiffy sword just in case we bump into a group of enemies. Then let's charge to them. See, that jump thing is also quite powerful, even against single targets, so... Just because it says that the sword and board is ideal against single targets, doesn't mean it's exclusively thingamajig. Valuables seem to be converted into money immediately, which is always nice. So you don't have to carry around a gazillion items to sell them. This appears to be the corpse of a Lascanian mercenary. His body has been stripped of flesh. His bones have been gnawed by sharp, thin teeth. Tracks around the body leads into the water. Ah, sounds spiffy as well. More fighting, hooray! You're still standing. Not for long. It's very animated. A chest. Radiance of quickness. Is that another item? Yeah. You can actually tell because when you see the item, you can tell that it will show the icon of a certain character, and if that icon is or portrait, even I should say. If that is grayed out, blacked out, whatever, that means that your character cannot equip. Remember, you can play a handful of different characters, so... Anyone else wants to taste of my sword. Taste cold steel scum. Or something like that. Hey, another place to hide a chest. What do we got here? Aha! 2 spiffy items in 1 chest hidden behind a bush. Okay, you do want to go around looking for stuff apparently. So let's see what those spiffy items are. They looked spiffy. Claymore of Rage. Or was it just a relic thing that we sold for money? It appears to be the case. No, we got 2 100 swords. That's a bit much, isn't it? Let's see. -8 attack for chaos poisoning. So we had to. Okay, we equipped that one. 1444 gold. That's quite a bit. 12 attack, 3 will. Bloodletting. I would assume that's a magical effect that causes people, individuals, whatever, to bleed. Cool. There's a sign. Is that the sign of trouble? Haha. Welcome to Ravensville. Maybe we shouldn't look less fierce.
You're a Legionnaire, aren't you? Bad idea coming here.
Explain yourself.
Why would you say that? Is there trouble in the village?
The Rill is an occupied town. Not sure how you got this far with all the Lascanzi about.
I dealt with some mercenaries. They were a nuisance, nothing more.
Won't matter. The Lascanzi have the village surrounded, and they've fortified the upper town. It's a lost cause.
Have you just seen Lazar?
Do you know where I can find Lazar Basili?
No, I haven't seen him. Not since the mercenaries got here. Some of the folk in town may know more, but I doubt they'll tell you.
Why not?
And why is that?
They're scared. The Lascanzi have already killed one of our constables, and now they're asking a lot of questions about Legionnaires. Everyone knows the Legion is finished. It would be foolish to help you.
Can I pass?
Are you going to let me pass or not?
I've no orders to stop you. Open the gates!
I think that is what you consider clever. If they are named villages, they just have random things to say.
True? The old estate was burned to the ground?
So, individual named villager is not important about it. Anyway, but we look to have, it looks like we have a quest over here. It sounds promising. Characters with an exclamation point in front of the quest available. I don't want to speak to you. Whatever. Ludmilla.
Please, I just want to be left alone. Can't a widow grieve in peace?
What happened?
How did your husband die?
The mercenary filth marched in and took over the Rill. My husband Vaclav was a constable here in town. Vaclav spoke out against the invaders, and one of the bastards ran him through without a second thought. Murdered him in cold blood. A curse on all Lascanzi.
I can help.
This murderer needs to be brought to justice. Who was it?
I heard the others cheer his name. Boris. As he... I beg you, Legionnaire, avenge this wrong. Avenge my husband.
Now, when I got to this point, I was wondering whether there is an implication of passing in the game for choosing one or the other. It's basically just rejecting the quest. And there's no justice in vengeance. That is very, very true. But I will.
We'll give him justice, cold and swift. What does he look like, and where is he gone?
He wore a sash across his face. Bring me that sash and I'll know the bastard is dead.
You can make a quest active at any time by selecting question on person A. Your quest guide will always lead you to your active quest current objective. But if I'm not mistaken, we have another quest we can pick up. This is on the way, so we may as well walk around, go around, and see if there's anything spiffy here. I'm not going to talk to NPCs and named villagers because it is beneath this lordly person to speak to. No. It's just, I mean, anyone potentially watching this might want to have a bit more action than just me going around and clicking on random lore objects. Villager, hey, what up here? You important? No? Of course you're important. Am I kidding? You are important. What do you got up here? The villager.
Sodding Wisconsin, you're eating supplies like it was harvest time. How are we supposed to survive come winter?
No idea. But we will see if we can make things right. I can't fight in the town, so I hope that's an indication that we don't get into fights in town.
You're in danger. I can help you, but we must be discreet. Pretend that you know me. We're old friends, yes? Or even lovers, perhaps.
What danger?
Danger? The town seems quiet.
This town is a trap. An army of Lescansi mercenaries is hiding in the upper rill, behind the walls. More of them are in the forest, outside of town. They wait for you, and for your friends. The woman who hired them, she's not taking any chances.
Why are you helping me?
You're a Lescansi. You'd betray your own people?
I decide who my people are, and who they are not. My loyalty does not come at a price.
Explain this trap.
You say this town is a trap. What's your role in it?
I am the bait. I was told to watch for legionnaires and to warn the others if I found you. They would come running from all directions, and you would be caught or killed. But my sister and I have other plans, so the trap won't be sprung. Bad luck for my employer, yes?
Who hired the mercenaries?
So the mercenaries were hired by a woman? Do you know who she is?
I won't speak her name, not when she's so close. You might think me foolish, but better foolish and safe than brazen and dead.
Wise words. Go on.
I'm listening. Tell me the rest.
Follow the western road out of town. My sister is waiting for you in a cave there. Her name is Leona. You would do well to speak to her.
What does she want?
You said I'd do well to speak with her. Why?
You are looking for your comrades, yes? Men and women of Legion blood. If any of them survive the attack, they are prisoners now. My sister will know where to find them.
Where's the cave?
I'll need better directions to this cave.
Follow the western road and look for a trail heading north into the woods. It will lead you to the cave.
I'll do it.
Very well. I'll find your sister and see what she has to say.
We shouldn't be seen together. I'll take a different path and meet you later, if I can.
This is a store, apparently. You could be somewhat hesitant about this character's intention, but it's sort of been spoiled by the fact that it's a playable character. I don't know whether this game has an evil playthrough kind of thing, but a store. The grid below contains the items the store is selling, and when you highlight an item in the grid, blah 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 blah. Okay. So we can switch to sell mode. This is a sell screen, you can sell items and buy, if you accidentally... Okay, it has a buyback thingy doohickey. I'm fairly sure you can't sell equipped items, so you can basically sell what's on this list. $83. Cool. Anything we want to buy? Everything seems to be incredibly expensive, so likely not. But Jakob, keep forgetting. Come on.
Have a care with all that boot stomping. You'll scare the fish.
Try somewhere else.
If the fish aren't biting here, why not find another spot?
I don't need to find another spot. I know the best fishing hole in the valley. Problem is, I just can't fish there no more. Something nasty took up residence in my favorite pond. Last time I tried to drop a line there, it nearly killed me.
Something nasty?
What do you mean? Some kind of creature?
Not sure what it is. Some sort of devilfish. Size of a man, at least, and that's no fisherman's lie. That thing's meaner than a fat woman in a bread line. I'd stay clear of it if I were you.
That is incredibly rude to say such a thing. Maybe she's just hungry whether she's fat or not. Anyway, maybe I can help.
I'm a Legionnaire. Is there anything I can do to help?
Not sure why you'd want to tangle with that thing, but if you can put it down, I'd be happy as a fly in the outhouse. Of course, I'd need proof it was dead. One of its teeth should do the trick.
I'll do it.
Where can I find this creature?
Head east out of town and look for a pond to the south. That's where you'll find the beast. Here, take some of my secret bait with you. When you find the pond, toss it in the water. The smell seemed to draw it out last time.
Cool. Remember that the corpse we found was half eaten. At least we know it was half eating it. So, we, as far as I know at least, have done what we can do here. And I'm going to reach the safe point. And I'm going to call it a part after that. May be a bit on the short side, but I don't want to cut an episode halfway in the middle of a questical thing. So, as for now, thanks for watching and take care. See you next time. Bye bye.